just, you fool. You need two friends. Strong ones. Many eyes watch, many eyes see. You, machine, what chamber holds the new cabal? Someone has questions.
Apartments.com has helped over 40 million rent.
Hey. Hi, Absol.
Yes?
Yeah, it's, well, technically taking King time because, turns out, bless you, Absol. Um, but yeah, kind of taking King time because we may have killed a king last time, but
You did well.
there's more to the single player story even than that. More than the raid, more than that. The Reef is prepared to offer assistance to the war effort. The Crows have identified a number of taken champions, war machines for Oryx's Dark Army. Destroy the lieutenants that lead their assaults, and eventually their champions will be forced to respond. Just be sure to move quickly once they arrive. They won't give you long to act.
Good luck, Guardian. Going back to the city.
Also, I'm yellow now. I don't...
I know that.
I just felt like being yellow. I'm yellow now. Okay.
You look ready to fight.
Guardian, yes. Good use of talents. Kill taken. Draw out champions. Burn the blight. And something else. Taken on Earth riddled with ether. Many of my people lost to Oryx, yes. Have a side project. Tracking the other houses. Bring me the ether you find, and we will speak more.
Kill them. Will you come below the prison soon?
Hi, babe. Is there a witness? Okay, so what have we got? We're gonna have a lot of things. We have gather Essence of Darkness from Court of Oryx Champions. No. Complete Dread Patrol. Take an Assault Earth. If I did not know better, Ikora, I would say you are fretting. To answer your real question, no. In my estimation, there is no danger of Petravenge pulling in Eris Morn. Eris Morn, Hidden Report 21.1. Taken Champions, Curious Object. Oh boy. So we've got a couple of things. I guess we can start with the much more interesting one, which will be the Dread Patrol on the Dreadnought.
Stars here. I have to get back to the labs.
Was there a witness? This is something that I like about the Taken King, and it's something that, like, I only really appreciated when I was playing this for the second time through. But, like, there's a lot more that happens in the Taken King than just that happens as, like, an aftermath. Like, with Destiny, like, we kind of forget...
Big speech about how proud he is, how well the Dreadnought campaign went, and you know how he gets. Anyway, he gave me a list here, setup locations for patrol beacons. We need them planted and tested if we're gonna get that tub under control. You plant them, you test them, I'll keep you company.
So like we kind of forget that, like, the beginning of Destiny 1 had, like, a ton of adventure. Like, there's, like, technically on each of the planets that we go to, there's quite a few adventures. But, like, even then, it's not like an aftermath of the Red War. It's more like, it's more kind of just random things, and some of them are pretty low stakes. But, like, there's something very particular about the Taken King in which it hypes up Oryx. But not just... But it doesn't just... It's not all just... Okay, we beat him in the story campaign, I guess we're done now. It's also... Okay, well, technically Oryx is currently dethroned... but also he was a major hive god and was really important, honestly. So here's immediate consequences for challenging him. Like, for one, we have to get the Dreadnought under control. It's basically establishing a new patrol zone, but we have to get it under control because it's a massive hive ship. It's huge. And that's just one of the things.
Okay, the beacon signal is coming in loud and clear. In fact, I've already got a ping. Marking a hot zone for you. Go get a look at the fighting, see what you can see.
Oh god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass as a hunter, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, fuck. This is a pain. I have, like, with just double jump, that was painful. It didn't last long, but oh man. Just the double jump, no vaulting. Hoo boy.
Data's good. Second marker should have been downloaded to your Ghost. Intel beacons are Ikora's favorite, by the way. Never met a woman who appreciated ambient temperature and energy readings as much as she does.
Hell yeah. I'm in kind of the same boat, Absol. I've been growing out my hair technically for a year or so now. It's been a while since I've gotten a haircut, so I've been growing it out. But like specifically it comes with a lot of like new experiences of how to handle your hair, because the thing about short hair is that it's almost never in your way. Maybe it doesn't look the way you want it to, but it also literally will never get like in your face because it's short. It's not in your way. So it's just an entirely different way of like having of wearing your hair, and like you can tell as soon as like pretty quickly. And it's just kind of interesting that way. But yeah, I totally get what you mean.
The marker's up and running. The eggheads love these scoot and scan missions. I just like them as an excuse to stretch the old legs. I'm feeding you data for a few nearby energy spikes. Get moving.
Turn around, fucker. Really? Oh yeah, I've had varying lengths. I've gotten a couple haircuts before, and I've tried like shaving a side or both sides, and just having the middle be long. But like I've more than once like just defaulted to having a ponytail, because it gets it out of the way. You still kind of feel like it's long. So yeah, I've kind of just been letting it be wild for a while now, partially because I just don't really have like the option.
Joke, but Harris started droning on about the pathways into darkness or some damn thing. Got distracted. Anyway, one more beacon to go, if you'd be so kind.
But yeah, like for me, it was just all ponytail all the time, just keeping with that one hairstyle, just to keep it out of my way, to keep it up, and also, but like I've just been having it. Hell yeah, I have no idea how to do a bun. I think I was doing a man bun also. I think at one point I was doing a man bun also. And you're right. man bun, quote unquote, on the man. I gotta say, like, these streams are nice because, like, sometimes you just gotta appreciate the fact that, like, I just gotta appreciate it. It gets me.
Yeah, that's a good signal.
It gives me stuff to do, you know?
We've already got a hotspot on the board.
It gives me a schedule.
That Blight Guardian?
Not that I can really talk about it with my parents because they don't quite get it. I've tried to explain it to my dad. That did not work very well. Very well. It didn't work badly, but it did not. But he didn't seem to get it. But in either case, it's just a relief to have, like, something to do. It helps the days not blur together, and I'm glad that I'm, like, specific, like, for a while now I'm specifically, like, not doing Destiny 2, cuz, like, I've been playing Skyrim recently, but, like, yeah, that's a good way to do it if you're not streaming yourself. Like having a schedule based off of, like, when people are live is probably really helpful also. I would imagine, at least. Oh, I'm supposed to be killing Taken. Did you win? There's much less trusting, no. But if it don't feel good, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? I'm not sure if I'm gonna remember how to do any of the treasure chests, and I probably won't be doing them because some of them are really frustrating. I remember one specifically that, like, even if I know exactly how to do it, I have not been able to do it in one go ever. It's just a really frustrating one. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a lot of the secret treasure chests that are in. Yeah, it's all about being kind to yourself, and that can especially mean watching people who are kind. Also, I have a nice purple shell now. I like this ghost shell. I think this is my favorite part of the Dreadnought, or one of them at least. 'Cause you've got, like, this incredibly ominous, like, part, like this entrance into it, but, like, you also have the view onto Saturn. Okay. We've got Taken to kill. Those were specifically not taken. Those were Hive. I don't know why that counted to the enemies I had to kill, but okay. Wow, that was a massive miss. Oh, fuck. This guy has a really big health pool. God, I hope this works. At least a little bit. Retreat. Holy cow, this guy is shredding my health at any given moment. Well, I'm out of everything except for the pulse rifle. Why does this feel like it's doing more damage, like, consistently than the more consistent and noticeable damage than the sniper rifle? That has to be my imagination, right? I'm gonna stab him. I didn't do anything. Fuck.
That's a taken pack, all cleaned out.
DPS factor.
You know, Zavala gets all
I
cranky
guess
if
so.
you have more important things to do than plant beacons. Not a problem today. Come on back.
Okay, it's a closed off door. I was like, wait a second, that's like another, it's like another entrance into the Dreadnought that I ignored. Higher jump, that's nice. I don't know why I'm leveling up this subclass. I'm not going to use it much. I don't know. Probably just for a little change of pace. I've been listening to and just kind of absorbing a lot of SCP content recently. Definitely part of it is because I'm bored as fuck. Like I'm not playing as much Destiny as I usually do because I wanna not drain myself. And I'm playing some Skyrim too, but like even then Skyrim, a lot of it need something on in the background like all the time. But so I've been watching a lot of SCP stuff, and I think I've decided that one of my favorites, if not my favorite so far, it is SCP-3008, and I'm not gonna tell people what 3008 is just yet. I wanna give people a chance to either give it a quick Google or guess. I would prefer guess because I like guessing games a lot. I don't know why, but 3008 is a really neat SCP, and I'll get into it, I promise, but not just yet. In a second, I will in a second. I like guessing games. I'm such a nerd. So I'm hoping that someone will guess what SCP-3008 is. People might just look it up, but also I'm hoping someone guesses.
Patrols are just one of those things we have to do as loyal Vanguard members. Yeah.
Uphold the honor of the tower, keep the dream of the city alive, yada yada. Look, that would have been way less fun working with someone else. Good job, Guardian.
You did me a favor today, Guardian. I won't forget it.
Little Ghost Boy is not Little Ghost Boy, but Little Ghost Boy is pleasant. Oh God, I was so ready for this. I was so ready for this to be the meme strike. I was so prepared. So the Cabal don't do things halfway. They crashed a warship right into the Dreadnought. On Imperial orders, they made a beachhead for the Legion to assault Oryx's throne. Well, they've just kicked off a new operation with plans to blow the ship's core. If the Dreadnought blows, the blast will crisp everything between us and Saturn and Saturn's rings. I'm sorry, I'm a little gassy. Head out and I'll run the comms. We'll make Zavala proud, or at least not embarrassed. That's a good goal.
We paid a lot for this intel.
Okay, so that's for the Shield Brothers strike. I was so prepared for that to be the meme strike. The fucking, well, we wanted to or not, we stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. Complete strikes in the Vanguard playlist. Strikes are the Vanguard's response to the ever-encroaching darkness. Open enrollment means the tower has an adaptable roster of Guardians ready to unravel our enemies' plans before they begin.
I'll be watching you, Guardian.
Whatever.
Walk.
Probably not going to be doing that. Okay. Okay, I'm just... Whether we want it or not, we stepped into war with the Cabal on Mars. Exactly. Don't you love it? Don't you just adore that bullshit? Okay, so SCP-3008. I think there's a couple more quests I have to pick up, but SCP-3008, I'm gonna talk about it, I promise. I'm just trying to keep myself on topic. And not forget that I'm about to talk about one of my favorite SCPs.
Let us begin.
Alakul helped bring about the deaths of my teammates back on the moon. Help me repay his kindness.
For the dead. Stay there.
Alright. Alright. SCP-3008. SCP-3008, also known as the Infinite IKEA.
May the next crisis
The
be
I'm gonna repeat that real quick. The Infinite IKEA. I love SCP-3008. So, some stuff about 3008. On the outside, it looks just like a normal IKEA, like the kind of warehouse looking place. It's got everything normal, but when you step inside, everyone is pretty much instantly transported to an IKEA that is impossibly huge, spans out forever, and if you lose sight of the door that you entered from, you will probably it basically disappears, and it's like a ever expanding labyrinth that changes itself so that you can't find the entrance. And so the Infinite IKEA is like it's almost like a fantasy land because it's like you're just stuck in an IKEA, but an IKEA also has the meatballs and stuff, like the weird food weird food in an IKEA. But not only that, this IKEA is still weird because is even more weird because it has things that supposedly an IKEA would not have, like Legos or certain types of food that wouldn't be that they don't typically have. But it gets even weirder because during the day you can see what appear to be employees. They have the uniform, and they're wandering around. But they're not normal employees. They're weird, fleshy amalgams that look vaguely like humans, but they're not really. And they don't have any facial features, and it's very strange. Once the nighttime hits, there's a sort of a day-night cycle around the times when an IKEA would close, the lights go out, and as soon as that happens, the employees, we'll call them, turn hostile. They'll say, "The store is now closed. Please exit the building." But as they're saying that incredibly calmly, they will attack you, and they are very dangerous. But even more than that, there's also even more than that, there are civilizations inside this IKEA. They kind of gather in places, and they're like, and it's like civilizations living in an IKEA, basically surviving. They're humans who are making the best of it in basically a pocket dimension of infinite IKEA. And I will admit that part of the reason I love it so much is that it's partially within an SCP animated series called Confinement. That's definitely part of the reason why I love it. There's a 2-part episode where it's in there. But another reason that I love it is that it's honestly like a fun concept, just a supernaturally large IKEA. Like if you go there, but then it takes it a couple steps into creepy with the employees, with the fact that it is seemingly infinite, the fact that it is basically a labyrinth where you can't escape typically. Like some people have been able to leave, yes, but it's typically not possible. And so it's just, and then there's one little bit more of a thing that creeps into it that makes it even creepier, which is the fact that people seem to not understand that people seem to not be from the same universe. So there's people who create civilizations, but not everyone seems to be from the same universe. They're all human, it seems like they're all human. But some of them don't understand what like just different things appear to have happened in history
This isn't going to
to
explore itself.
that makes it seem like they're just that makes it seem like they're from alternate dimensions. So it's just this there's just enough mystery going on where it's super fleshed out and has interesting potential, but also there's questions still, and it's just it's an amount, and like it's an equal part like really fun idea, it kind of sounds like a kid's fantasy, like an infinite Toy Story that you get to live in or something. But it's also dangerous because you've got the staff that are monsters that will attack you if you're in the infinite IKEA after hours, which you will be because you're trapped. You're also trapped there. You can't. It's either very hard or impossible or nearly impossible to actually escape. So like, the Infinite IKEA is one of my favorite SCPs because it strikes such a fine balance for SCPs. Because a lot of the more popular ones are bad. Like the very first one, which is the statue. It's basically just the weeping angels from Doctor Who, but dumb, kind of really dumb. Like it's fun and whatever, but but like some of them are just not very well written. Some of them are just really good SCPs. But yeah, some of them just aren't as good, and that's okay. It's like not every. It's not like it's easy to write an SCP. I've thought about doing it, but honestly, like, fair. Like, but just some of them are really good, like the Infinite IKEA. There's actually one that like in terms of emotional stuff, like I feel more emotion towards one. I forget the number, but it's called Here Be Dragons or something along those lines, and it's an incredibly emotional story of this like particular SCP that's incredibly fantasy inspired, but like the person who wrote Here Be Dragons was just really flexing and putting so much into it, and it's really well written. There's two sides to it that I find amazing. Not like most of the information doesn't even come from what the Foundation can tell you, which I think is another. I think that's another thing. If you can get a narration that's not an SCP document, which is not always the case, you will typically, like, there are ways to circumvent the SCP document format, like interviews and stuff like that. But it's hard because for the most part, unless you're writing what is specifically known as a tale within the SCP Foundation, you're gonna kind of run into the issue of like, okay, there's a lot of constraints here, and constraints can be good, but if it's something that's like repeated, if it's a repeated constraint, like for example, like an SCP document, a lot of people want to try and break out of that and flex. And here were dragons and SCP-3008, the Infinite IKEA, both of those managed to break the constraints of an SCP document for in a similar way, which is essentially like someone with much more hands-on experience writing and learning without like being commanded by the SCP Foundation. Like it's sort of independent, either a researcher or someone who's experienced pulling the strings for this, for the SCPs, and like learning stuff. So it's I don't know, it's fun. And this is kind of a long tangent that started because of like the first, like I was just talking about like why 3008 is my favorite SCP, but like it honestly really is. And it gets better just because it has a that's a solid SCP, and it's honestly a pretty popular one, I think. But the Foundation, or rather the SCPs that you can read, a lot of them can get better, can get better than that one. Like, I wouldn't say this is a great one, but there's one called the Reluctant Dimension Hopper, which is fun because it's just a dude who a very normal dude who's not physically fit or anything. He's just a guy, but he's stuck like jumping different dimensions and eventually returning, and the SCP just keeps a log of how they get him back after he dimension hops, and like what happens and stuff. And a lot of it is just really fun. It's just a really fun thing, and that's kind of why I love the SCP universe. But yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to say. I wanted to share like one of my favorite SCPs, which again, SCP-3008, the Infinite IKEA, really fun. Hell yeah! Hi Nep. How much did you get? How much did you get of that? I was just gushing about parts of SCP lore that I like. What is this?
Some believe the worms feed from these, though I've also heard it said that hive worms are born of pure darkness, and therefore strangers to the merits of digestion.
Okay, well that's a lot. Hey, a calcified fragment. Neat. Hell yeah, I love me some SCP. I was talking about what makes a good SCP. And really I just kind of settled on there's a sweet spot of like funny, interesting, fun, but also a little bit spooky and just rife with potential, and SCP-3008 is perfect for that, because SCP-3008 is the Infinite IKEA, and it's like, so you get potential for a lot of different stories because of how wild of a setting that is, but you also get like, oh, this stuff, some of this is really creepy because we don't have answers, and people have to deal with it and it's human people, not just the Foundation. So there's like this. So it's a very good sweet spot. And another thing that makes a good SCP is like when it has the opportunity to branch out of the typical monotony of of a SCP, of just an SCP document. So if there's stuff like stuff that's like a log, like someone who wrote a diary that got confiscated, or interviews or stuff like that, they can really elevate an SCP. I actually have that open in a tab. I was going to go through that one, but I didn't. But I know sort of the basis of it. It's like it's a toaster that can only be spoken of I am a toaster who can only be spoken of in the first person. I can only refer to myself in the first person, sort of thing. I don't know if there's more to it than that, but that is a fun one. One that I kind of listened to fairly recently. One that I listened to fairly recently. One that I listened to kind of recently that's kind of similar is This Is a Mirror, You Are a Typo. Which is like the thing I love about that SCP, the one that I just mentioned, is I love the sentence. I love just the sentence of, I'm gonna type it in chat because it needs the typo, but yeah, I died. Oh well. But but This Is a Mirror, You Are a Typo is a fun one. One of my, partially because he likes cryptids, but my friend has a favorite, which is SCP-1000, which is all about Bigfoot. And I had a joke with him about how bad the SCP Foundation is at organizing their stuff, because the SCP's like method of organization of just numbering them is really bad, because SCP-3008, which is an infinite IKEA, is eight SCPs away from Anantashesha, which is SCP-3000, which is a giant eel fish thing that secretes amnestics. Like, those are not similar at all, but they are really close in terms of the numbering system, because they're not good at organizing it. It's so funny to me because they're so disorganized. I want worm spore. Give me worm spore. What else do we got? I'm trying to get some of the other things. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to do some of these strikes. I hope not, because they take a while, especially if I end up being stuck alone. I could try doing the court for a little bit. Yeah, they're really bad. Like the whole of the SCP Foundation, like everything, the entire Foundation as a whole is stupid. And it's one of the things where like the O5 Council, like I've gone over some of the SCP-001 proposals that like gives the O5 Council some character of like what they're about, but like the O5 Council is stupid. And it's one of those things where like I love it because it's cartoony. Like it's like everything, like it's horror, but it's also just cartoonish at times. And like that honestly strikes like such a happy medium in terms of how it works. So it's honestly really fun. Do I have, let's see, reciprocal room, an ancient room that's some relic that summons one of Oryx's lieutenants in the court of Oryx. So I could technically do that. What's this? Mysterious rune. Its aura matches those of the plane-shifting hive who periodically appear on the Dreadnought. Okay. I might not actually be able to do this. I'm realizing that I might not actually be able to... Well, we'll see. I wonder which one I'm getting for this. So there's the treasure chest. Cool. Who am I getting? You make a good point there. That's an ogre, it looks pissed. That's an ogre, it looks very pissed. Okay. Just gonna do this real quick, cause... Fuck. I forgot any of the... Okay, it's just a normal boss, but I have to defeat it quickly. Oh no, I'm fucked. Might be just a little bit. Oh my god, did they just make a Shrek reference? They made a Shrek reference. I fucking saw that. They made a goddamn Shrek reference. Okay. Some shields have layers. I'm not joking, that's what it said. I'm fucked here. Yeah. I have forgotten how to do this. To be fair, I've never been good at the Court of Oryx. I've never, like... I don't think I've ever soloed this stuff. I've tried. You need a group for this. I'm bad at the Court of Oryx. I could also use a shotgun so I'm not stuck having to try to snipe this bastard. Oh my god, why? Nope, can't. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Nap. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to at least solo this dude, but I need different gear to even begin to attempt this. Yeah, whatever. So, the Court of Oryx is interesting. The Court of Oryx is really interesting, though, because, like, I'm doing a bad job showcasing it because I'm by myself and shit. But it's really interesting because it's this... What it is like this thing of bosses that, like, it's entirely different from anything in Destiny 2, really. Well, I guess there's the Oracle engine a little bit, but it's entirely different from pretty much anything in a patrol area in Destiny 2, because the reason it's so interesting is that it's a set number of champions. But like each one you pick, you choose to fight these guys. You choose to like earn the ability to fight them, and then you face them. And like each of them gets a unique little bit of lore. Hold on. I'm gonna do this actually. Ishtar. Vorlog, I think, was our dude. Like, Vorlog is just, as far as I'm aware, it's pretty much just a knight with a shield. It's just really tough. O Vorlog, delight of delights, you have killed my celebrants and you gave their deaths to me, preaching, I have seen the truth in bronze glass space, this shape is the only god. Exquisite Vorlog, your strength was manifold. It was knight strength, mastery of armaments and techniques. It was a wizard strength, the use of arcana. Praise Vorlog, general and pragmatist. Vorlog, listen. Your name means less than me. I define it thus. Like, he doesn't have... Like, Vorlog doesn't have a ton of mechanics. You just kind of fight him. He's a knight, but he also has a shield, and he has like an ogre and stuff. But he's awesome. Like you get a lore tab for him, and it's so unique. The way they did the Court of Oryx. It's not like anything. It's not really like anything they've done before or since. And I think part of that is just an amount of effort that they might not have been able to do. They might not have been able to allocate. But like it's just neat cuz like you get these hive characters that you just sort of hear from. Like now I know that Vorlog, this random knight, is not a fan of fighting. Like, he's scared of the Vex, but I also know that Oryx doesn't fear the Vex. Is in fact like the Vex fear him because they cannot simulate him. They cannot comprehend him as he is. And so Vorlog being defined specifically as less than Oryx, like, that's interesting. It's just a tiny little bit of, like, it's just, like, a couple of paragraphs. Sorry, I'm gushing, but, like, this is kind of why I love the Taken King. Because, like, you don't just get the Taken King, even though he is the focus. You also get the Court of Oryx. You get stuff that happens because the Taken invaded the system. You get all this stuff that's honestly feels really unique to the Taken King, and I don't think a Destiny 1 or 2 campaign has ever done it quite the same. I just think it's cool. Also, I'm gonna switch back to Arcstrider because I want to give that XP, and I've been doing quests, so.
Oryx is dead, Guardian. But the universe, in its beautiful complexity, spins on.
We have received a message from the most unlikely of places. The Vault of Glass.
We have received a message from the most unlikely of places. The Vault of Glass. Thank you, Guardian.
Heading out.
Welcome back, Absol. The path of the Blade Dancer is a long road. I know you have it in you, Guardian. Get out there, show them your blade, and make this old Exo proud. Come on back when you've reached the end of the line.
What did you find?
There's plenty of Blade Dancers doing the tower's work across the system, but only a rare few reach your level of mastery. That's some damn impressive work, Guardian. Want to be a legend? I challenge for you. No dare this, but it'll be hard enough. I'm dropping the DLC. Blah 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 blah. It's yep. Fucking melee kills in PvP, which I'm not gonna do because it sucks. But yeah, welcome back, Absol. You caught me in the middle of ranting about why I like the Taken King. So I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, let's see what upgrades I've got. I've got Showstopper. A little bit more stuff. Backstab, blah 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 blah. I want to mention that, like, the extended range of Blink Strike is not noticeable at all. Like, not even a little bit. I just wanted to say that. I'm gonna swap over to Golden Gun.
Back some stories, Guardian.
Yeah, well, screw 'em. Video feed for the blind one.
Taken have beneath the skin.
This is playing Destiny while either talking about SCP stuff or
This was interesting. Nothing is impenetrable. Hopefully this is
or more Taken King stuff. It entirely depends, and I'm fine with that. Wonder if I could do it with a shotgun. Like if I could do Vorlog with a defeat Vorlog with a shotgun. Not sure. Would be kind of annoying to try. I could try and purchase some legendary stuff, but I don't feel like it. For anyone curious, next stream will be the beginning of Rise of Iron, and probably the end of Rise of Iron. Rise of Iron is not long. But I need to level my character. I need the character to have a higher power level. Investigate the signal coming from the Vault of Glass. Hard. What's the... I guess we'll try it. I think it's always hard. Not gonna make a joke there. No one in chat make a joke.
The Vault of Glass. It is one of the Vanguard's greatest triumphs. The destruction of time's conflux. A victory over the Vex collective mind. From deep in that vault, we've received a signal laced with an old Vanguard signature. Vex technology disrupts the weft and weave of time itself. If a Guardian has become lost, unstuck in time, we must return.
It's part of it. I think it's like the start. There's a lot more stuff to do, but I think it's part of it. Another part of it is something to do with Anna Bray yeah. I think it's part of it. Or there's a heroic version for it.
Message. The creatures will soon reach the heart of the vault. When they do, we're gonna destroy them. Once they take the Vex, they'll come for the light.
That's why you're here.
Yep, Praedyth. Something else with the FWC. Yeah.
Wait, don't shoot them. They're not in a combat sequence. I think they're waiting for something.
Arcane, if you're in chat, I think you'll want to see this. Arcane, if you can hear me, get to the stream. You don't have to, but if you can hear me, you might want to see this because I think you're gonna like it. The Vex are letting us in. They're not attacking. They are specifically standing down and letting us into the vault. I don't think this is a... I don't think this is a platforming section. I think I may have fucked up by trying to do this. Yeah. Cause okay, more gushing about the Taken King. Here's why I love this. Not only are the Vex like being kind of friendly to us.
Idea where I am. My name is Praedyth, and I was a member of Kabir's fire team. I just hope someone hears.
Praedyth. I've heard that name before. Scattered pieces of gear, references in the margin of a text. He is real.
But here's kind of why that's especially cool is that like there's like it's just a thing. It's like not only are the Vex being friendly, they're letting us in because they know, like it is a comparison, fighting Guardians versus fighting the Taken and Oryx. Like that known quantity of we cannot defeat this thing. They're like, nope, we would rather face the Guardians. We would rather have the Guardians in here, and we cannot defeat this. So we as Vex, in order to survive, need to do this. We need to let a Guardian in to the Vault of Glass for us to survive. And it's very much the enemy of my enemy is my friend for now. But like, and it's temporary. But it is so cool, partially because of how much the got a shotgun. I've got a shotgun. It's partially because of like the Vex are being friendly and that's interesting, but it's also because of like why are they being friendly? It's because Oryx is so terrifying to an enemy that we've already faced. Well, so again, this is why I really like the Vault. Or this is why I really like the Taken King. Because Oryx's presence has consequences. Ooh, Blighted Ether, I needed that. Okie dokie. Oh, fuck you. Damn it. Wow. I am doing bad. Oh my, I gotta plug my phone in. It's almost out of battery. 1 second. I've also got to get good. I've died twice by being bad at this game. Okay. Let's try this. Take 3. 3rd time's the charm and all that. Oh, come on. Come on, though. Why the fuck is this so hard? I don't think this deserves to be as hard as it is. I feel like I'm just playing incredibly stupidly. Whatever. Let's go. I'm being real dumb. I'm gonna make a tactical retreat though, so that I don't die. Because I would prefer not dying. Dying versus not dying, I have a preference. Now he's got lots of different scratches from trying here and then, and he said, and I say, liberate your sons and daughters. The bush is high, but in the hole there's water. But if it don't feel good, what are you doing it for? I've got a song stuck in my head. I hope it's not too annoying. Oh wait, there's not a way around. I mean, there's this, but it's not symmetrical. Fucking hell. The Taken goblins in Destiny 1 feel a lot better at like making certain things invincible. Like they're much more on the mark, it feels, of like, oh, you wanna hit this thing, the thing going directly in front of you? That's okay. Immune. Okay, there's one more goblin. Hey, fucker. There we go. Oh, now what? Shit. This is a pretty good pulse rifle. It's not perfect, but I think I'm gonna try and keep it around. Fuck you. Where's your buddy? What is my goal? I guess just kill the Taken. Okay. Oh, Minotaur. Oh, Minotaur. Oh, fuck. I almost ran off a cliff because I panicked. Minotaurs are very scary, I've decided. I mean, in fairness, a lot of things are incredibly dangerous in Destiny 1. So I feel like being scared is fair. Can I get the Minotaurs before with my super? Where's the... Well... Shit! Ran right into the another boss. How far back am I? Oh my god. I am so sorry, everybody. This sucks. Just gonna put that there because it might save my ass. Now we're back to the beginning. It's just a feeling and no one knows yet. That is a good song. Oh, babe, that reminds me. I was a dumb kid. I was a dumb kid who didn't care about a lot of things. But something that I did when I was younger, I really liked the Chronicles of Narnia, like the movie series. I think I would probably still like them to an extent. But I really liked the Chronicles of Narnia when I was a kid. So something that I ended up doing was like I wanted to hear the song whenever I wanted. I wanted to hear the Regina Spektor song whenever I wanted. So I went on iTunes because I lived in a financially comfortable white family, so we had iTunes and iPhones and shit. But it was, but like, I got in trouble because I went on iTunes looking for the Regina Spektor song, and I found it. And instead of just buying the song, I couldn't do that. I had to buy the whole album to get that one song. Which I'm not sure if that's still a thing, but it was like buy the whole album and to get access to this song. So I did. I bought a whole album that was like way more money than it was worth. Dream Suite in C major. I don't think I have. But so like, I straight up just like fucking bought a whole ass album and got in trouble because it wasn't my money. It was definitely not my money. I will have to look at that. The song itself was hell. It's from a sort of mediocre musical. What musical? Was it the Addams Family musical? I don't know why I decided to ask that. Can't we talk about anything else but love? Please, let's talk about anything else but love. No, it's not actually a musical. Oh, it's from Mir. Okay, I get it. Okay, gotcha. Not from a musical. The band is just called Miracle Musical. Got it. Please, let's talk about anything else but love. Can't we talk about real estate, Watergate, seasonal fluctuations in the prime interest rate? Fuck. Retreat. Can't retreat over there. Ah. No, come on! What? Wait, I saw the recommended light level. It said 190. Oh. Is that why? Fucking hell, that thing just one-shot me. Oh, man. That was some bullshit. Like, I don't even know what actually did me in there. It was definitely seemed like the Taken did, but like it killed me so damn fast. Like I didn't even like really comprehend what happened. That was way too quick. Jesus Christ, that was annoying. Well, here we go again. Yeah. Taken showing up. Taken bad. Taken evil. Fuckity fuck. Where is he? There. Get fucked. Nope, bad spawn. Shit. Let's not talk about anything else but love. Worth repeating. Let's not talk about anything else but love. Life is fleeting and pleasures come, pleasures go. Pleasures come and go with one throw. This mission sucks. I mean, it's like, it kind of makes sense. It's the Taken throwing literally like a ton of shit at you. But it sucks, man. This is annoying. Made up a whole story on the singer and go, okay. I'm gonna have to read that. I'm gonna have to read the whole thing later, but hell yeah for making up stories about a song. Get the fuck over here. We know, we belong to ya. We know you built your lives around us. And if we change, we had to change some. We know we belong to you. Look at these three chuckle fucks sitting in the corner. Holy shit. This whole fucking thing. Like, goddamn. To belong, to belong. Oh, come on, fuck off. Oh, come on, fuck off. Fuck you. Oof, this fight. Oh, come on, why? Oh, my health gets shredded so damn quickly, though. Fuck you. It's so much better now that I, like, vaguely upped my light level, like, up by like 7, I think. Like, it's kinda helping now. It's not as bullshit. Still sucks. Like, this is a rough fucking... No. I deny you. Are we done? We're not done. We're not done yet. We're not close to done. Still got like 50 goblins and shit. Oh, fuck off. Oh, this is so rude.
If the Taken are here in the vault, they are at the heart.
Oh my god. Finally. Okay, what did you write, Absol? I'm gonna read this now.
This must not be.
That took so damn long. I'm sorry I'm not listening to you, Ikora. Made up a whole story about about the singer and the girl on a Hawaiian-esque cruise, but he went insane and ended up killing her after she spoke to another man. All thinking that the gist of the musical, that was the gist of the musical and its story. That makes it, honestly, fair. I mean, like, a lot of like Mountain Goat songs and stuff can definitely sound like they're part of a musical, but they're just standalone songs. I get you. If I was vaguely aware of maybe like it, if I had like the vague notion that something was from a musical, I would believe it.
Now after so long. But if anyone is listening, I came into the vault with 2 others. Kabir was intense sometimes, but Bahanin was always talking to himself. But they don't deserve this. No one does.
I'm tracking the signal. Just a little further.
Ow. What's Tally Hall? Hold on, I'm curious. What the fuck is Tally Hall? I don't know. Okay. Never mind then. Yeet.
I've lost the signal. Something down here is blocking it.
Hobgoblin. I don't have the range to take out, really. Tally Hall is also a band, okay. So normally, this would be kind of a stealth section within the raid where you needed to where you would need to avoid I think they're called the Gorgons. They're harpies basically that were incredibly dangerous, where you would either have to kill them very quickly or completely avoid them, or they would wipe you, basically. They would, and in this instance that means like they would wipe you from existence, because that's sort of how the Vex are in the Vault of Glass. They can wipe you from existence very quickly if you're not powerful or or clever enough. But now there's a Taken Hydra. Yeah, the Gorgons. But now there's a Taken Hydra named... Wait, what? Wait a second. Morphon. I don't know why I thought it... Wife me? Oh. Oh, okay, I see what you... I see. Yeah. Nep, you're... You're a precious asset. You're a precious part of these streams. I'm so glad you're here. Well, let's try this. That didn't do much, I don't think.
That's it. That Hydra is causing the block. Take it out or we may never find Kraden.
Sure. From what I remember in the Bifid, the Gorgons would not see you as worthy if you could not prove yourself over them in that instance and wipe you from this timeline as if you never existed. Yeah, I get you, Nep. I get you. Oh man. And yeah, that sounds about right. You would have like I don't know about proving yourself worthy to them. You just kind of had to either avoid them or kill them quick enough. And maybe it was considered like a trial, but like I felt like they were more guards to like the final bit of the final encounters of this raid. For reference, I have never done a D1 raid. I've tried vaguely to solo the Crota raid. That didn't work. I was very bad and I died a lot and I definitely wasn't able to do it. But I think I tried at least. Oh, now I regret having a shotgun. I'm not gonna be able to get close enough to that fucker. Morphon. Taken Hydra. Hello. Also, I've always thought the Taken Hydras look really cool. There's some that appear in the Reckoning, which is gonna be vaulted. So they're I don't know. I like Taken Hydras. I wish we saw them more. We don't see them very often. There's like one on a story mission in IO, or not a story mission in Adventure, more so. But like we definitely don't see the Taken as often as Taken Hydras as often, which personally I find a bit of a shame because I like them a lot. I like their design. There's just something very interesting about a Hydra being taken visually that makes me want it. Oh, I have my super back. When did that happen? Oh. Can't we? I was there to witness the victim of a sickness. He wants the world to notice that he's not worth the focus. He could make an entrance, but could not make a friend. Now he's got lots of different scratches from trying here and then. I say, liberate your sons and daughters. The bush is high, but in the hole there's water. But if it don't feel good... Oh, fucking... It's immune. Oh, shit, shit. Ah, shoot. Oracles! Another thing that can just wipe you from existence if it wants to. You gotta shoot it real fast. That was a good knife throw on my part. I'm surprised. Oh, come on! No! 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 Run! Run! Fuck! Ah, damn it. This mission is fucking rough. A lot, Nep. That's kind of the unfortunate bit, is that the Vex just... That's kind of the Vex's MO. At least, like... It's mostly just things in the Vault of Glass, which is where we are. So it's less that, like, everything will wipe you from the timeline, it's just everything in the Vault of Glass will wipe you from the timeline. And we're in the Vault of Glass, so everything is gonna wipe us from the timeline. It's a very specific instance of things wiping us from the timeline. I almost blew myself up. That was very unfortunate timing! Fear! Fear! Although I don't think these oracles are actually wiping us from the timeline, it seems like they're just protecting, Morphon. Which is a really... Like, in terms of if making a tier list of Vex names, that's a pretty low tier Vex name, Morphon. It sounds like morphine. Fuck you. These things would fit right in control. Go away. No, no, please. Please don't shred my health. Please, I'm little baby. Experimental Vex names. I mean, if I were... I should do a stream where I do nothing but rate Destiny boss names. I would pull up like a ranking, like the thing that I would pull up like a ranking generator thing, like a thing where you can make your own generator, and I would legit just rank Destiny boss names. Morphon would be incredibly low.
I think... Yes, we've cleared the Vault of Taken. For the moment, anyway.
I think that's it. They're closing the door. I lived. Just remember, tell them I lived.
Signal's gone. but I can pinpoint the source.
Praedyth is interesting. We've actually gotten some interesting stuff in Destiny 2 about him potentially forming a prison break from where he's held. We have no idea where he might be or anything like that. Maybe he'll come back. But like, yeah, we've gotten like a surprising amount of stuff about Praedyth.
These bones are centuries old. There's a faint echo of light. This was a guardian once. Ikora, I'm sorry we couldn't bring him back.
Do not apologize. Guardian, you have reclaimed his name from oblivion. In a way, he lives again in the Vanguard archives. Caber,
Maybe you're gonna call yourself the Vex equivalent of Sleeper, and that's perfectly fine.
because of you, his tale will be told.
Kabir, Pahanin, Praedyth. I mean, let's compare Morphon Blighted Mind to Atheon times Conflux. There's an imbalance there, you know? Pretty heavy imbalance of between names. Like, I was gonna say I don't make the rules, but A, there's no rules, and also it's purely my opinion, so I do make the rules if there ever are going to be rules. Fucking Morphon. Atheon times Conflux. Well, after suffering through that, God, that mission was rough. But after doing that, I just want to say, I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. But also, if anyone is interested, if you're on laptop or PC or anything like that, if you look below, there's a link to my Ko-fi, and if you would like to support me, I would very much appreciate it. Each stream I have a goal of about $30. It's just to have some income and and give me a cushion, especially when I move in with my boyfriend. Babe, I swear to God. I see that face in chat. I swear to God. I love you. I love you so much, Arcane. But yeah, if you feel like donating, I would very much appreciate it, especially because it means like I can potentially move in with my boyfriend at some point. And also my best friend who's not in chat. If you're on phone if you're on phone and don't know how to get, if you're not on phone or don't know how to get to my Ko-fi, here it is. There's a link to my Ko-fi, in the instance that you would want to. Babe, I love you so much. I'm also, babe. I cannot stress how much I love you so incredibly much, but also, babe. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking. Let's see, who did it? Wait, Nep, you donated an hour ago? Wait, Nep, you donated an hour ago? Nep? Nep, you donated an hour ago. What? Nap. Oh my god. Y'all, I have great friends. What the fuck? I'm just a little baby dumb. I'm just a little baby fucking streaming on Twitch cuz the idea of getting a normal ass job scares me sometimes. Scares me very frequently. You donated an hour ago. Oh my god. Thank you. But yeah, so we're about halfway through of today's goal, and if we don't reach it, that's entirely fine. Who did this? Who did this? I was literally just doing stuff. Someone. Uh-huh. Someone. Somebody. No, I don't want to upgrade to gold coffee. Who did this? Heart. Arcane. Yeah, I didn't even have to turn back to chat. I didn't even have to like turn back to chat. I'm like, yeah. Someone. You're not even being subtle about it. You're just being cheeky. Oh my god. I didn't see you post a Twitter stream announcement, so I had to go to your... Oh no! Fuck! I did. You're right. I didn't post a stream announcement. I forgot. I forgot to post a... Yeah, no, I figured it out. Thank you, honey. I forgot to post a stream announcement. Shit. I forgot to announce it in Discord and on Twitter. I'm stupid. Oh my god. I'm a fool. I forgot. Can what has broken be repaired? Can what was tainted be redeemed? Guardian, this was Willbreaker, the blade of Oryx. Long did it dwell in darkness. What use is it now? Here, take this evil from me.
Good luck. The whispers are silent again.
I am disappointed in myself for being stupid and not... Like, I'm disappointed in myself. It's not too late, just do it now. I'm gonna maybe stream for like another hour or so. Like, yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll just do a quick tweet. Quick tweet. Send tweet. Okay, I sent a tweet. That sword you carry, is that the dreaded Willbreaker Sword of Oryx? No. It's not, actually. It's a replica. It's not Willbreaker Sword of Oryx. No, I'm kidding. I have not seen such a blade in many years, Guardian. May I ask what you plan to do with it? I don't know. Eris gave me it. Willbreaker was forged of Hadium, A singular metal favored by the Hive. It is not found in our solar system, but if you happen to find some, I can put it to use.
I'll be here, my Bane.
Okay, I sent a tweet out. It's hours late, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming, but I did it. His name was Praedyth Guardian, and we remember him thanks to you. The Taken are still a blight upon Venus, one that must be snuffed out. Let us begin. My Hidden have found evidence of Taken signatures buzzing across the face of Venus. We must understand their goals, what lingering orders Oryx has left behind. Hunt them down, Guardian. Bring me what remains.
The Taken are still a blight upon Venus, one that must be snuffed out.
Okay, so here's the main thing. I need to. So here's the thing about this. Just this part. After you defeat Oryx, you get this. You get like 3 missions. You get this one, which is get a bunch of Hadium flakes from the Dreadnought. You get this one, which is kill Taken on Venus, and then you get this one. You get this one, which is kill Taken, and a bunch of other stuff on Earth. So we're gonna go to Earth. Is the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna go on Earth. We're gonna do that. But yeah. What is the flavor text of this one? What exactly does Oryx does to those he takes? We still do not fully understand it. To have a chance of finding the source of Taken on Venus, we must learn more.
We're still here.
I keep realizing, like in the middle of doing this, that I don't have a warlock in Destiny 1, which is fine. I'm not. Most of the stuff and most warlock stuff is not for me in Destiny 1. If you don't feel good, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Also, I gotta. Every time I'm amazed, Earth still exists in this. Earth? I thought it died. Well, it's really a philosophical thing, isn't it? Is Earth? It's not so much that Earth died. It is that humanity died, and the cradle that is Earth, the cradle of humanity, houses the many corpses of cities. It is a philosophical death. That's such bullshit. I'm sorry. That's dumb as fuck. Okay. I can't wait to see the Cosmodrome again. Like in Destiny 2. I hope it looks good in Destiny 2. I like the Cosmodrome. Wonder how it's gonna look. And so on and so forth. Like, I'm not even being, like, facetious. I genuinely am I'm excited to see the Cosmodrome again. Oh my god, the stability on this fucking auto rifle is non-existent. Earth lay barren, but it's still sexy, we guess. I guess, yeah, okay. I'm not a big fan of auto rifles, but it's the highest power thing that I have. God, this... This auto rifle is not good. Just feel like saying that, stating that for the record. I do not like this auto rifle. It's very shaky and shoots kind of too fast. That's me not touching. That's me not holding, not moving at all. This is... That's just how it moves. It's nowhere near as bad if you aim down sights, but holy fuck. Also, for the record, this is pretty much Destiny if you're not playing. Goes brrr. Goes brrr. 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 It goes brrr. 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 Not good. Not good at making sound effects. So outside of story missions, this is pretty much the Destiny experience. It's got... Cause like, I cannot stress how much infinitely better... kinda better, kinda... But kinda less natural, I guess, is the way to put it. Like, gamifying... Like... In order to gamify Destiny more and make it more fun to play, in Destiny 2, they basically like, they made it so that you could tell when a public event would happen and where exactly. The problem with Destiny 1 is that public events which are basically like kind of all important in Destiny 1. Like it's pretty core gameplay of like to get legendary shards, to get planetary materials and stuff. Like besides patrols, the most important bit is doing public events, and then maybe strikes. But like public events at least to me, feel a lot more central than they do in Destiny 2. But in Destiny 1, they're so much more annoying to do because you never know when they're going to show up, what public event is going to show up, because sometimes it's entirely random. It could be like one public event or an entirely different one. So it's there's like outside sources to help, but like it's just really frustrating like how hard it is to keep up it and do the stuff needed. A powerful fallen servitor is accessing our old networks. It must be stopped. But like, you get what I mean? It's like it's just incredibly rough. It's rough around the edges. Even though in a technical sense, like it feels like a world that's alive a bit more. Oh, goodness gracious. I was not prepared for this. It's like, cool, yeah, it's a world it's a living world sort of thing. But, like...
Okay, we're good.
It's like a living world kind of thing. Where, like, the intrigue of what's happening is made a lot more... Like the intrigue is enhanced by like you never really know when it's gonna happen, so you kind of have to be prepared. You can't just spend all your heavy and special ammo on like a random enemy or whatever. You should try not to waste your super and so on and so forth. But like it's still not good. Like it's... Yeah, basically, it feels more like word of mouth, and like you can learn it. Like I know that a specific public event that's pretty easy to take care of on your own, like pretty simple to solo, is in this area if it ever decides to show up. And I also know that Taken show up here, and Taken showing up is more important currently because I need to kill Taken. But that's all mixed in with I don't know when it's gonna show up. I'm just kind of here waiting and hoping that it shows up quickly. Wait. Where was he? Hold on, where's the fucking captain? There it is. It's kind of a mixed bag in that way. Where like it's unique. It's kind of unique in one way, but like it also is less gamified and thus tends to be a little bit more frustrating. Like it's... Like it's a thick, it's trading the experience of like a mysterious universe to to I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not really sure what I'm saying right now. I think I've mostly said my piece about it. And I hope it made sense. Fuck you, Darnu. Fuck Darnu. All my homies hate Darnu. Rip. There's also the fact that there's like no map of there's like no map of any of the planets. At least not one that you can readily look at. You'd have to like leave orbit and stuff to really see where you need to go and how to get there. I'm probably not going to be able to kill this thing fast enough. I'm not sure. God, this fucking thing. I guess so, a little bit. It's a lot like storm chasing if storm chasing was like sitting in your backyard saying there will be a storm here eventually. If that makes sense. At least for me, I'm not the most, I don't explore like Destiny areas as much as maybe some people do. But like I literally like for the No, he fucking left. God damn it. And then there's that where like that fucking sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. I'm gonna have so now that I fucked that up, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait and like kind of lick my wounds basically until he comes back, and hope that I have either more ammo or a better strategy. And I have no idea when it'll come back, or if it'll come back like immediately after a public event. And it's definitely not as frequent as like, and it's definitely nowhere near as frequent as Destiny 2 things. It's something. I could go looking for another one. But again, it's I don't know. It's like I go look. It'd be like I go looking for one, and then I go all the way to where one might be, and it's not there. So I go back over here, and apparently I've missed it or something. And then I missed it on this end. So now I have to either wait here again, or go back over there, or just figure shit out. It's just I'd much rather like. I'd much rather a different system than this. And thankfully there's like I think part of it is that like Destiny 1 doesn't have the concept of like lost sectors, which are frankly mostly forgotten in Destiny 2. Like lost sectors are another kind of forgotten thing along with the adventures. Like most people don't do lost sectors. They're not worth it. They can be kind of fun, but they're not really something that you really go out of your way to do most of the time, unless you just want like a bit of a testing ground for your thing. Yeah, but yeah, like I say most people, I would argue that generally speaking you are not most Destiny players, Arcane. And they're not bad. Sometimes they're fun. Like I'm not really trying to diss Lost Sectors. In fact, getting around to my point, the thing about Lost Sectors is that like having a dedicated space where a boss is hiding out with a thing that is scripted to give the player rewards after defeating the boss. Like it's not a perfect system, especially because again they're not used all that often. Like within the game they're not important, but like just thinking about Lost Sectors, they're an incredibly good resource, especially for things like this where you're like, oh, I gotta kill champions of Oryx. I know of a couple places where they spawn, and they're not easy to take down. And if I don't kill them immediately, that means I have to I have to wait around again, sort of thing. Like this versus going into a lost sector and fighting a big spooky Taken. I'd rather a lost sector. Granted, the thing about Destiny 1 versus Destiny 2 is that a lot of the enemies are tougher. Like just a lot of the enemies are also tougher. Like, this is a level 4 Vandal. I'm almost level 40. I still can't one-shot it. Whereas pretty much any Vandal I come across in Destiny 2, I can one-shot. It's just incredibly different feeling. It's the grind. It's how the enemies fight. It's how strong enemies can be. It's how like things aren't typically announced. There's just a lot different. There's much different things happening that are way different from Destiny 2, and it's a very different experience. And honestly, overall, I feel like maybe I enjoy Destiny 1 more in terms of gameplay, but like I also like the simplicity of Destiny 1 or Destiny 2. I'd be down to play more Destiny. I'd be down to play Destiny 1 casually a lot more. Off streams, I do this sometimes. I just hop into a location and then I wait and then I do the public event that comes by. But I don't do that in but there's a reason to do that. I need to level up my power because I'm basically catching up to years of playing to years of content in Destiny.
do this. I got your back.
That does not hurt that fucking thing. Maybe I should have a shot. Maybe I shouldn't have a shotgun, turns out. Oh boy. Oh Joshua, there's more. Oh, you've absolutely outdone yourself this year. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh Joshua, there's more. Ow. Also, I don't feel like I'm good at Destiny 2, or like better at Destiny 2 than I am at Destiny 1, but I always feel like I'm in a lot less danger in Destiny 2. Most, like, if I don't play this smart, I will die. Versus the public event with the spider tank in Destiny 2, where I can easily solo that without even really paying attention. You know? There's just a difference. Yep, see, I died. Oh, also, the fucking Taken showed up in the middle of the public event. So that's great timing. I love that. It means I'm gonna have to wait for another Taken group to show up if I want to do this. Got him. Yeah, okay. Oh no, there's a whole lot of like comparing and contrasting Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. There's a whole lot to compare and contrast, cuz it's first game plus sequel. And in a lot of ways they're both the same and incredibly different. Like here's something that most people would not, that like for the most part I bet, like generally speaking, like it's not something that people would really think about. There's no dodge, there's no barrier, and there's no rift in Destiny 1. There's no class ability. So immediately that's like there's no drop a barrier to keep things from shooting at you. Nope, that's not a thing. You move around and try not to die. There's no drop a rift to give your weapons more of a punch, or to heal yourself. Nope, that's not there. That's not in there either. It's 100% just dying. Well, not dying. It's 100% like it's just a whole lot different. It also makes like other stuff like it makes stuff like the Arc Hunter who dodges melees all the time. Like that's impossible to replicate in Destiny 1. Not only because that subclass not only because the two subclasses are now completely different. Yeah, basically. Nowhere is safe. Be mobile. Be mobile and pray that you can do enough damage, and so on and so forth. Like that's just kind of how Destiny is. Destiny 1 is. Let's see. I think we're gonna hop over to Venus soon, but I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back.
Quiet day, Guardian?
Search for Cabal harvesters near the Nexus.
Be safe, Guardian. We need you.
Prepare the food.
Excuse me.
Containment breach in the eastern wing of the facility, but I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
I was there to witness the victim of a sickness. He wants the world to notice he's not worth the focus. He could make an entrance but could not make a friend. Now he's got lots of different scratches from trying here and then. And I say, liberate your sons and daughters. The bush is high, but in the hole there's water. You can keep it well and hidden. No one's perfect, but it's a living. Hey, oh, here we go. He's a little too high or a little too low. Got low self-esteem and vertigo. He thinks he's fine and dandy. Hey, oh, here we go. He's a little too far or a little too low. But everybody knows he thinks he's fine and dandy.
I am not a human atom bomb. I'm not a rapidly evolving virus. I'm not a Shakespearean can of
Ring a ring of roses, whoever gets the closest, he comes and he goes as the War of the Roses. Mother wouldn't kiss him 'cause of his condition, now he's stuck in a prison for his strange disposition. Liberate your sons and daughters, the bush is high, but in the hole there's water. Do as you will, it's much less work to ignore. Does this feel good? What are you doing it for? Hey, oh, here he goes. They're a little too high or a little too low. Got low self-esteem and vertigo, but he thinks he's fine and dandy. Hey, oh, here he goes. They're a little too far or a little too close. Pretending, but everybody knows he thinks he's fine and dandy. Liberate your sons and daughters, the bush is high, but in the hole there's water. But you will, it's much less work to ignore, but if it don't feel good, what are you doing it for? 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 Hey, oh, here he goes. They're a little too high or a little too low. Got low self-esteem and vertigo, but he thinks he's fine and dandy. Hey ho, here he goes. They're a little too high or a little too close. He's pending, but everybody knows he thinks he's fine and dandy.
Oh, here he goes. Either a little too high or a little too low. Got low self-esteem and vertigo, but he thinks he's fine and dandy. Hey ho, here he goes. Either a little too far or a little too close. He's
Pretending, but everybody knows he thinks he's fine and dandy.
Babe, there is absolutely nothing special about you.
I'm back from my tiny break. I just really wanted to play that song. I'm a nerd, and I see your comment, Arcane. Here you go. Hold on. Fuck. There. That's the right page. Boop. There's the song. Ah, that was fun. I got a kick out of that. I fucking love that song. It's just good, honestly. Hey ho, here we go. It's a little too fast for me to keep my breath, honest, a little bit. I'm not great at doing like really long verses that where I don't breathe. It's tougher. Do as you will, it's much less work to ignore. But if it don't feel good, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for?
Knowledge locked away in those old outposts. I'm sorry, little files. We'll come get you someday.
God, Ghost is such a nerd. Anyway, hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream if you just entered, and also this will continue to be the stream. This is how I am. Sometimes I just want to hear a song. Also I'm just here. I'm playing Destiny. I was hoping to do a whole lot more Taken King wrap up. I'm probably gonna have to skip this, and then next time we skip through a lot of this, and then next time we play will be Rise of Iron. I'm not sure, but oh boy, I forgot that like the stuff I actually wanted to do is stuck behind a bit of a grind, but like it's stuff that like it's equal parts I can't do it do it until I complete the grind. It's both stuck behind a grind and just before the grind. So I would have had to start streaming before I started the grind to do some of the stuff, and I would have, I don't know. I don't know if that even makes sense, but yeah, it's kind of frustrating that like I had to I basically feel like I had to do the thing. I'm not gonna go do that. That's a danger. As you will, it's much less worth to ignore, but if it don't feel good, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? So I was kind of worried about Thursday because I kind of simultaneously quit. Hi, V's. I kind of like simultaneously quit Absolver and I finished I finished what I wanted to do of Titanfall 2. So I was a little bit worried that I had to find like 2 games to replace those time slots. So I was worried about Thursday cuz I was like, well, I have Skyrim on Friday now and that's in a good spot, so I don't want to move it to Thursday, but also I don't have like another thing that I want to put up on Thursday. I figured it out cuz I have October partially planned out, but I didn't have like the wait through to October 1st, like from like as September is going by. So I had to like, so I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I think I have one that's gonna be sticking around for a little while though. So that's, I think I came up with something so that's a good thing. I think you maybe missed the musical interlude. I think you maybe missed the musical interlude. I just kind of, there's a song stuck in my head, so I looked it up on YouTube and I sang along to it. So if you missed it, I mean, I probably shouldn't say this because, but like, good thing you didn't catch all of it. You didn't catch that if you missed it, because I mean, I did broadcast it online to people, but like, it's because I was impatient and I really wanted to do it less that I wanted people to hear my singing voice, because I am not confident about my singing voice, even though I love singing because I love music. It's a double-edged blade there, being loving to sing, but also not particularly in love with your singing voice, you know? Especially because I was not prepared for how tough that song was going to be, because it had a lot of fast singing that I wasn't prepared to be able to keep up with. Fuck taking captains. Just a general statement. Fuck taking captains. But also, hi V's. I hope you're doing good. Nep and then my boyfriend, I think, hit the goal. today, so that's good. Also, their attack sounds like a fucking horse, and that's always bothered me. It has always bothered me that Taken Captain's attacks sound like a goddamn horse. Thank you, Sam. I'm sorry about the smoke. I wish I could do something about that, but I hope you guys don't die. At least fucking sucks. I hope the rain helps a little bit. Yeah. Earlier I was talking about how like Destiny 1 has like this weird like in between of like for the Taken King, the post story stuff is like in between, it's like before the grind and also after the grind. So there's like, okay, you're gonna do this, cool. You also have to grind, and then you can do the rest of it. So I'm a little bit disoriented, and depending on how long the grind is, I might end up doing that off screen, doing at least part of it off screen, or I might just skip the rest of the Taken King entirely and go and get to Rise of Iron. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It entirely depends on my mood, honestly. It depends on if this week is gonna be a week where I feel like playing Destiny 1 at all. I also had a lot of fun talking about SCP because I really like SCP-3008. And that was sort of the jumping off point, is that I really like 3008 and I think it's like a really solid SCP. I should do an SCP stream. I don't know what form that would take. I guess Containment Breach? I guess it would be Containment Breach. But like, I really like SCP. And like 3008 is a solid SCP for me, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree. Should I figure it out, I think I should probably definitely do like a SCP stream of some kind. I joked that I might do like a Destiny boss name ranking stream. I could do that, honestly. I would 100% do a dramatic reading of like 3008. Here Were Dragons. I would do both of those in a heartbeat. I would definitely read both of those. I would need a lot of water though, I think. At least it wouldn't be like a singing stream, but I think I would still need a lot of water for that stream. But yeah, I would totally do that. I would need like a I would want there to be something like in the background, like maybe face cam, but maybe stuff like, I don't know. I would want like just something in the background to help with that. But yeah, totally a dramatic reading stream of SCP stuff, that'd be fine. I also kind of want to do Containment Breach. I would be horrible at Containment Breach, but that would be fun also. Face cam and creepy ambient noise, maybe. Potentially. I don't have anything... I don't really have like any face cam options is part of the problem there. But potentially. That would honestly be a good October stream. Maybe if I complete one of the games early, like before October, which is incredibly likely because at least one of them is very short. Alien goes. Alien goes. Alien go. I'm sorry. I feel the need to immediately apologize whenever I do that. I think I'll get better luck killing Taken if I go somewhere else. I am not in any danger of dying as far as I'm aware, unless my dad's secretly planning to kill me for not believing in the system that sucks. That is 100% a joke, by the way. My dad is generally cool. He's dumb a lot of the time, but he's cool. I should stress that is a joke. I am not an actual thingies. Liberate your gazes. Oh, Jesus? Is that what you're saying? Is that the joke? There we go, yeah, okay. I love that detail so much. It's such a tiny thing, and it gets me every time that how like cool of a detail that is. Oh, come on, I need some Taken though. I need some Tooketh. Thanks, I like... Hold on. I like the bike. Bike is good. Destiny 2 sparrows wish they were as cool as Destiny 1 sparrows. Nothing over here. No taken. I need the Tooketh. Yeah. At least in Destiny 1, most of the areas feel suitably large so that you need them. I mean, Destiny 1 sparrows are also kind of pointless. But, like, they are just to ferry you around. But, like, you also get the horn, and the horn adds. Get back here, motherfucker. I was talking to my friends earlier, the day before yesterday. We were doing our weekly Call of Cthulhu game, but I was talking to them afterwards about SCPs. Well, first of all, it was funny because my friend used the bull squid as like an enemy monster, which was fun. He used the bull squids, but which made me keep wanting to reference Half-Life VR, but none of them had really seen Half-Life VR, which was kind of a problem in terms of wanting to reference Half-Life VR, in which they wouldn't get the jokes. But I kept wanting to say, like, I think we should call them peeper puppies, and so on and so forth. So that was one thing. But after the game, we were talking about SCPs that we like. And I brought up SCP-3008, which is, but like my friend brought up SCP-3000. So SCP-3000 is typically titled Anantasesha, which is like, and it's like a giant eel fish thing that like excretes amnestics. And that's where a decent portion of the amnestics that the Foundation gains is from. It's like a fish that makes you forget yourself, sort of thing. And so it's like part of it is like, so it's a very interesting. It's like a very, like, mysterious and kind of godly SCP. But, like, it's only a few numbers away from SCP-3008, because SCP-3008 is the infinite IKEA. And I will die on the hill that the SCP Foundation is complete shit at organizing SCPs. They are so bad at their job, and it's so funny to me that they are just that bad at their freaking jobs that they cannot, for the life of them, properly organize their goddamn SCPs. You can't just put an infinite IKEA and a big fish in a big potentially godly fish within the same 10 SCP numbers. I mean theoretically there's a large enough staff that someone could do it. Also, this is more of a meta thing, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure like the authors themselves decide whether or not something is Euclid, safe, or Keter, and like I feel like a lot of Euclids could be designated as safe. Like they're not actually all that dangerous. But then again, I think safe typically entails that something is literally so easy to contain you could put it in a box and just leave it on a shelf and not have to worry about it. But like I feel like a lot of things in the SCP universe could be designated as safe, but they're not considered safe. Which is why I say like I think the SCP. It's why I think like the SCP found, generally speaking, are like whenever someone writes an SCP, they also typically get to designate what class it is, what object class it is. I have no basis of that except for that feeling of like most Euclids could be designated as safe, but like that's literally just my opinion, and the people who run SCP, the people who moderate it or whatever, could probably just do like categorize the object classes themselves, and I could be entirely wrong. Another SCP my friends and I talked about was SCP-1000, which if I remember correctly is Bigfoot belongs to a race of ancient pre-human civilization that were brought to extinction and are waiting for and are just biding their time before they can return. And it's something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly, but it was something like that. SCP-1000 is not close at all to the 3000s, but I just think it's funny that's one of them. Yeah, that's like kind of like I said, like safe pretty much entails you could put it in a box and it'll be fine. Like if you put it in a box, it's a-okay and nothing could come of it. But at the same time, I think it's the Red Sea object. I'd have to double check that one. But the Red Sea object is just kind of a disc, and like it has certain properties that could make it dangerous, but if you just left it in a box, I'm pretty sure it'd be fine. And so like outside of testing, I feel like it could be considered a safe class SCP, which is probably incorrect, but I don't fucking know. I still have to reread or go over that one again because I completely don't remember if it's actually dangerous or not. Another one of my favorite SCPs, just because I find it kind of funny, is there's an SCP that's the telepathic spider, and it's just a spider they found in Australia that was It's just a spider that the SCP Foundation found in Australia that can speak telepathically. So like every once in a while the Foundation just sends someone in to talk to it. I was talking about this with Nep earlier, and it was fun because Nep was talking about like one that they liked was I forget what number it is, but it's titled something like "I Am a Toaster," and and like the basic premise is just it's a toaster that can only be talked about in the third person. And then one that I like that's kind of similar to that is an SCP that's titled "This is a Mirror, You Are a Typo," which is it's kind of an illusory SCP where most people who directly experience it and are capable of visually singing it, like anyone who has people who have working eyes, basically. It's a metal sign, but they see it as a mirror, and it's a mirror that like they see and feel it as a mirror, but when they look into the mirror, they basically get like dysphoria and start liking their appearance less and less, and it's kind of a dangerous SCP. It can be kind of dangerous to be exposed to it. But something about the phrase "This is a mirror, you are a typo" is like entertaining to me. I don't know why. There's nothing really all that. There's nothing much to the phrase, but "This is a mirror, you are a typo" is one of the. It sounds like something the Hiss would say. It scratches that id, yeah. But it sounds like something that the Hiss would say in their chant. Ugh. My mom made fucking carnitas for dinner yesterday. Speaking of the Hiss chant, what's up? Hey, hi, hello, babe. Speaking of, stares at Alan Wake. Yeah, the funny thing, babe, is I think both Sam and V's have played Alan Wake at this point. They both hate it. They both think it's real bad. And it's gotten to the point where I kind of want to try to play it. I'm probably gonna regret that. But it's gotten to the point because both of them have tried to play it and not enjoyed it, but now I kind of want to, and I'm curious if it's I'm a little curious if it's on sale. Like if it's on PlayStation 4. Oh no. Based on your stream of it, Sam, I am 100% confident that I will suffer. But I have been able to commit to bits before. So I might. Don't give them money for Alan Wake. Digital blueprint for the construction of a long-lost jump ship. Sure, let's go give this to Holiday. I'm just saying that I might do it. It is possible that I might do it. I'm not sure yet. All you got was insufferable white man who refuses to get therapy. Yeah. No knights, please. No knights, please. No knights.
Thank you, Guardian.
I mean, that's gonna be the same motivation. Harold. Yeah. Yeah, Arcane is smart and just watches videos on YouTube. Just finds videos on YouTube. Me, however, I'm committed to suffering sometimes.
The search for the Taken signature has led us to the heart of the Vex Citadel.
The Chrono Shards. If we listen, if we concentrate, we can follow their signal from this temporospatial point to their origin, the origin, where the blight enters our reality. It is the Citadel. The blight flows from the Citadel. Let us hope you will not face another corrupted mind. Go carefully, Guardian.
If we are to clear the blight from Venus, we must act now. Thank you, Guardian.
The warrants are too fast. What does he say?
I'm gonna check my phone real quick. Yeah, okay.
An undertow in the etheric flow. Dead. Stagnant. Hive temple.
Oh, look for funny player names? Okay. Any in there? Nope. Cookie is smashing. Yeah, that's a solid one.
Switch the routes.
Well, we've got Fatal Schism and Digital Schism. That's a fun coincidence. It's not funny, but it's a fun coincidence a little bit. Whoa! What the fuck was happening to that guy? What the fuck? I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of Botia. You miss you, Erismorn's gym socks. Okay, we're gonna hop to orbit though. I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I am remembering to hydrate. Thank you. Yeah, y'all should hydrate too. Hey, Nep, what about you? Did you hydrate? Ooh. Arcane, are you hydrated? Is everyone in chat hydrated? Orange juice. Or jank juicy. Scale the Vex Citadel and hunt down the source of Venus's blight. Well, that's a level 40 quest, and I'm a tiny little level 39 baby. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I think I'm good. Oh boy. Yay! Hey Sam, is V's hydrated? I know it's not my place to mom V's, but is V's hydrated? Asking to care for my friend. She's not. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this darn mission. I'm probably gonna die a lot. V.
The search to root
Hydrate is important.
has led us to some dark places. None are darker than the heart of the Vex. If my information is correct, the blight now curls around the heart of their citadel. This must not stand. The assault on the House of Wolves gave us detailed information about the Citadel Spire. By all indications, the heart of the Blight is there, at the top of the tower. Good luck, Guardian. May your path through the darkness lead you to the light.
That didn't quite work out. Just kind of ended up bumping around. Oh my god, this auto rifle was so bad. Missed. Whoops. This is just kind of a side thing. It's kind of silly, honestly. Give me just a second. Okay. So as I've advertised in Discord to pretty much everyone in chat, I have multiple fanfiction ideas that I would like to write within the Destiny universe. But very recently I've been giving some thought into the concept of just writing them as normal stories, but that leads as not fanfiction. Like as not fanfiction, but just my own story. But that leaves me with the unenviable task of translating the Destiny universe in a way that would make sense for the fanfiction, but also wouldn't get me in trouble with copyright. Which would either entail a sci-fi thing in which I file off the serial numbers of Destiny, which is not what I want to do. It instead would take a fairly long process of translating within the strategy that I would like to employ. It would instead involve a lot of translating Destiny from sci-fi to a fantasy setting, which is my general idea of it, of what I would like to do. And it would be translating multiple ideas from the Hive to the Taken to multiple things, and that is, generally speaking, that feels like a somewhat daunting task, which requires a lot of thought in order to make it make sense. So I've been thinking, how do I replicate the Ascendant Hive and just the Hive and the Sword Logic in general into a fantasy setting without them just sounding like fantasy version of Hive? Yeah. So specifically for the Hive, here's the idea I came up with, and I feel perfectly fine sharing this. Faye is a good one, but here's sort of my translation. In a couple of words, dragons and kobolds. And I'll explain that in a second. I'm a little bit under fire here. Oh, that was a bad shot. So here's the thing about translating making the Hive and turning them into dragons and kobolds. Let's go back to sort of what made how dragons originated to begin with. Hi, Prince of Peace. You stumbled into a very interesting conversation. So let's look at how dragons originally came into existence. Dragons originally are humans or dwarves who ended up... I'm going with a very Western idea of dragons for one, but they were humans or dwarves who were corrupted by greed. And greed is taking something from someone else, in a sense proving your might over them, and thus forming and thus by creating your own law, in a sense, allowing yourself to take their belongings, and thus saying that they rightfully belong to you. And that's how dragon hordes kind of come about. They take because they're greedy, and gain evil, a sort of evil power from that. What does that sound like? It sounds to me like the Hive and the sword logic. See where I'm going with this? So, in a general sense of the idea that I have, most Hive would be kobolds, in a sense. Mostly kobold type creatures. Like dragonlings, like not full dragons, mostly the dragon-like servants of dragons. Ascendant Hive would be chromatic and metallic dragons. Oh, I can't wait to see what that is. And then of course worm gods can be literal gods of dragon gods, just like Tiamat sort of thing. It's Tiamat the dragon. Tiamat what? Huh? Prince of Peace, what are you doing? What are you asking for? I don't have like Nightbot and stuff.
Crazy Kettle, Angry Fallen. Can we go back to that? I prefer them to be taken any day.
Me too. Hive in D&D make them Spooter or Lolthi or rivals to Lolth. Mm-hmm. Well, the thing for me is like, oh shit, I have died. Something Underdark. So another idea I had. This is an older one. Rules be kind. Yes, simple. Rules be kind. Equivalent to sword logic would work here. Would work well there. I have an itch, hold on. So an older idea that I had, Covenant of Knives. Hell yeah, that sounds fun. So another idea I had featuring the Underdark is pretty basic, but the Underdark shit. God damn it. Basically my thing is Underdark and Dark Elves. Pretty basic translation, but the Underdark and Dark Elves were the Awoken. And yeah, and like I said, that's a pretty basic one-to-one translation, I feel like. But honestly, if I'm doing like like a fantasy thing that features something similar to the Underdark, I would want it to not be as blatantly everything is evil as it is in D&D. Like, I kind of hate how just flat out evil. Fuck phalanxes, man. Ugh, God. Like if I had to choose, I would not make all of the Underdark just equal evil. I don't like that kind of world building / storytelling. Like, ah, fuck, I gotta sneeze. Sneeze didn't come. Oh, fuck off, just die. Oh, thank God.
They were trying to knock us off that platform. Oh, the Taken really are insufferable.
Thank you, Ghost. Very funny. Come on. Okay. We're good. We're fine. We're good. One of my older ideas for translating Destiny into a D&D / fantasy story was to make the Eliksni goblins. That was a pretty old concept. I don't feel like doing that. Still a no, Prince of Peace. I'm perfectly... Because, for one, I don't think I'm going to be playing much longer. I don't think I'm going to be playing all that much longer. And two, I'm not particularly up for sharing. Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with your logic there. It's a pretty sound argument. Oh, fuck off. Oh my God, just let me hit the phalanx. The fuck hit me? My point being, my original thought was to just make the Elixni into goblins. I'm not sure if I want to go that route. Because like, especially if it's going to be a published thing, I kind of want to keep the Elixni in a kind of similar fashion because I like the Elixni as they are. I mean, goblins are good, but in the same instance. Oh, this is gonna be hell, isn't it? This fight? I don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna like this fight. What's behind me? Oh, hi, Echo of Oryx. How are you doing today? I sure do love that you are directly behind me and that you can just be behind me and I need to run and I'm scared and there's no safe place currently and I'm freaking out a little bit because I'm not sure how I'm going to survive this fight because there's so many goddamn explosives and I'm already almost dead. Oh man. I love that. Love it. A lot, you know? Hi, Oryx. How you doing? You don't get to live. Oryx, kindly fuck off, you know? Would you kindly? Oh my god. The amount of health that this thing that these shits have. And the amount of damage that they do. Oryx, fuck off. Please? Would you fucking kindly? You don't even have to... Oh, yay. And now I can't use my super. I forgot about that. I wasn't thinking about that. I was hoping I would get my golden gun back. That's not gonna happen. Jesus Christ, no. Get him, get him, get him. Where's Oryx? Where is he? He's so low on health. Where the fuck is he? Oh, shit. No! Gonna get a sip of water. Taking king more like king of bullshit. Oh good, another one. Fuck you, Oryx. No, you don't get to do Grasp of the King on me. Fuck you. Eat shit. This is about to be a nostalgia test for people. Hydro Thunder. I had an impulse to say that. I don't know where it came from, but you're welcome, I guess. Oh, come on. Fuck you, Oryx. I get that I'm not damaging you fast enough, but you don't have to fucking do that. Sam, you pass every test, as far as I'm concerned. I used to go to bowling. I used to go bowling a lot with my. I used to go bowling a lot, so obviously at a bowling alley, there's a fair amount of arcades. There's kind of a lot of arcades in bowling alleys. So Hydro Thunder was a racing game in which Hydro Thunder, yes, if it came to being in a, if it came down to being in an arcade, you would just hear that. You would simply hear it. It didn't matter if a Hydro Thunder machine was even in the arcade. But Hydro Thunder was basically how do I put this? It's a racing game, but instead of cars, you had tricked out speedboats. which is the most fucking 2000s bullshit. And like the controls were like a steering wheel, but instead of a normal gas pedal, you like turned up the speed using something that looked like it belonged on a boat. It pulled you, like it was a racing game, but boats. And all the fucking time, yeah, like a lever and shit. And every time someone started it up, and typically every time someone started it up or even like interacted with it,
back to the Ascendant Realm, and still his echoes stain our system. That is why you are here, Guardian. Only you are strong enough to stand against the terrors in the night.
So like every time someone started up Hydro Thunder, yay, level 40. Lordy, I'm level 40. No. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, hey. Oh, hi there. I need better gear. I'll get that later. Hydro Thunder! Like that exact... Like pretty much that exact delivery. Yeah, pretty much. You just hear it call out. And like, I've played Hydro Thunder. Honestly, it was really fun. It was not easy to control because, again, you're in boats. It emulated like whether or not your boat had water resistance. It would emulate whether or not your boat had water resistance because you're going so fast, you're like skimming a little bit. But like it was on, and you had like, and your stupid speedboats had fucking nitro and shit, and like, and they were super edgy looking, like, and stuff. Like that's like it was so like early aughts that it was downright impressive. Like I'm not even joking about how early aughts this whole game was. But honestly, like, it was kind of fun, in my opinion at least, and especially I just like I will never get the sound of Hydro Thunder out of my fucking brain. But yeah, now that I think about it, the idea that it like the concept that it like emulated like water resistance depending on whether or not your vehicle was in the water was kind of really cool. Like it's a neat concept. Thank you. I would like to have this color of hair someday. Also, you can't see it, so I will look at it differently. But I have Gunslinger Cloak now. I have Gunslinger Cloak. It's a pretty good cloak. What the fuck do you want, speaker?
Welcome back.
No, we aren't ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling.
Protector, our champion, our legend. I have faith that you will turn the tide that rises against humanity.
Fuck off. Hey, it's this cloak. This is the Anna Bray cloak, I think. Yeah, pattern worn by Anna Bray during the fateful Battle of Twilight Gap. Should I go? Oh, woo! Yeah.
Powerful tool for a powerful guardian.
Oh, woo!
There is still much to do and learn beyond this city.
No, not $500 fine for Awu. I can't afford. I literally can't afford that. No, no. Now I'm thinking about that. I literally can't afford a $500 fine for Awu. Fucking furry tax, man. Whatever. Work with Cade, Ikora, and Zavala to wage taken across taken war across Earth, Mars, and Venus. Hey. Hell yeah. Work with the Vanguard with Zavala, Ikora, and Cade. Yes. Absolutely. Eris Morn commissions her art of her furry cat, of her cat persona, anonymously. But everyone knows it's her because it looks exactly like her because it still has the 3 eyes.
Until next time.
Shax, what the fuck do you want?
If you think it will suit you.
Oh, I can't do that. Fuck off, Shax.
Honor, what could possibly challenge
Wait.
you after Oryx?
There was 2. Enter the Crucible and take the glory of your opponents. Nope. How about I just never touch the Crucible? How about that? How about I practice self-care and never touch the Crucible?
You are the sigil, the rune that holds true.
We will be hard-pressed to cleanse the will of Oryx from our realm. Venus will, for a time, dream of its past once more. We must stand ready for when it awakens to the present. I'll take the
Venus
legs,
will
why not?
For a time, dream of its past once more. We must stand ready for when it awakens to the present. We stand behind you.
Get the worm, Guardian, early bird, all that.
Well, Guardian, I don't right know what to say. All the things you've seen, all the things you've done, all the things you've shot, you've done me proud. And this is just the beginning, right? Solar grenades, arc grenades, void melees. Ooh, wait a second. This is an Ahamkara scale. Hey, this is an Ahamkara scale. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, this is an Ahamkara scale. Hey, wait a minute. That's pretty neat. Why the fuck do hunters fucking there's so many things that involve Ahamkara that specifically involve hunters. Why do hunters get mixed up with Ahamkara so much? Complete patrols and access a patrol for high-value targets. Eliminate high-value target in each destination. Guardian, we've chosen these targets for maximum disruption of enemy ranks. Find them and ensure they no longer trouble the tower. Sure thing. What are these? Nope.
Oryx is dead.
What is over here that I wasn't able to get?
Guardian,
Name Guardian.
Checking.
What? What is this?
All done.
That sure is a shader. I'm just gonna get it out of my collections.
Goodbye.
I'm not actually gonna wear it. I'm just getting it out of my collection so that I can then put it away. See, look, there it goes. It's gone. Goodbye.
This looks interesting. Always interesting.
Okay. I think that about does it for today. I think I'm about done. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. I like playing Destiny 1 a lot, honestly. Thank you all for watching, for listening, for being y'all, being all y'all. You're great. I believe we've reached our goal for today. I'm just double checking.
I've never seen anything like this. £13, handwritten.
No, we haven't, but it's fine. We don't always have to reach our goal. That's okay. Each stream, I have coffee up. If you look down below, if you're on PC. If not, it is coffee.com/Oxmina, same username as the stream. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Oxmina for updates, for general content, and otherwise just for things I like posting. I believe pretty much everyone here watches Party Up, but it either watches Party Up or is Party Up. But in either case, everyone here who does not know who they are, I greatly recommend their streams, their YouTube content, both at Twitch TV and YouTube.com as Party Up. They are pretty easy to find. They are wonderful content. But in either case, thank you all for watching one final time. Please take care of yourselves and keep yourselves fed, keep yourselves hydrated, keep yourselves healthy, and until next time, I hope you have great mornings, pleasant nights, and sweet afternoons. And I will see you next time.